Back, people, to the Ball or Nothing podcast, episode 5. Joining me today, we have Wavy, we have Drives, and we got Just Go. He's free in the Arsenal shirt already.
Free the guys.
No shame, you know. No shame.
Bareface.
You don't have shame. You don't have shame.
Hey, where's Dylan though?
That's shame.
Dylan.
No, where's Dylan?
That's
No,
shame.
yeah, that's shame. Where's Dylan?
That's
Where's
shame.
Dylan?
Happening deals, man.
Where you
I'm
there?
not sure where Dylan is today. We'll leave that up to him to
He's
confirm.
in one of them players.
All last week.
I'm sure he was busy.
Yeah, he's in the box seat, yeah?
Yeah, taking another picture.
You'd have to ask him if he's here next week. There's a lot of talk about Ivan, big Ivan. Just was a big champion at Ivan after the Man United defeat. He's a humble guy.
Old man, go back.
Credit where credit
The
is
camera
due.
on me.
I did.
Camera
I
on
did,
me.
mate. I
Go
did.
back to the
Told
X.
still.
No one was shitting on
back to the
Ivan.
X.
I'm just saying, Just was a champion of Ivan from early. Man, are saying Ivan for England. Waves, are you having it? Or is it too early?
Nah, why is it
It's
too early?
never too early, man.
Why is it too
Someone's
early?
got
I think Ivan for England, but Gareth Southgate's not going to play him.
Let's park Gareth to the side for a sec, because we know Gareth picks on loyalty and his mates and who's done well for him and blah blah blah. Basically, you pick the same team. We've got a new England manager. Is Ivan deserving of being in that team?
100%.
And we're not even talking about going straight to the World Cup. We've got these friendlies or Euros, whatever nations.
Squad.
We've got these games before, right?
100.
And we've got to at least give him a run out.
But man, just got to be intelligent about how we use it. That's my thing, because he's not going to take over Kane's position. So it's about how you adapt Ivan to work around Kane, and he's not going to drop Sterling, for example. So for me, we'll take
So
him.
what, backup striker are you talking?
Yeah, 100%.
But we've got to bring him. But with Rashford hitting form again.
But one thing though, because the way that Brentford
Ings,
use him
Watkins,
sometimes
etc.
is on the left. He cuts in from the left.
Yeah.
The goal that he scored against Man United,
Exactly
was
that.
fundamentally him hugging that left wing.
And playing a quality ball.
Exactly. And I think with him, he's got that tenacity, that energy, and that passion. And I think that's what England
arrogance
needs.
as well.
Yeah,
Like, he's just
yeah.
got
So you want to see him on the left for England?
No, I'm not saying
That's
that.
a-
But I'm
that's
saying-
a very, very competitive spot, you know, the
but
left.
I'm just saying you have to fit
Apart
him
from
in.
right back, that might be the worst spot if you're a player for England.
No,
There's
I'm
a
just
lot
saying
of
you have to
left.
fit him in a certain
I
way.
feel
Yeah,
like- I
everyone
feel
can
like
fold
you see
and
at the
Grealish,
Euros,
anyone
yeah.
can go in there. Same with the right, really. Sancho, Saka, whoever you want to do.
At the Euros, yeah, we sat there and we watched Kane stink up the place game after game after game.
Facts.
It's
And,
facts,
and,
bro.
and start again.
Bro, he was smelly, bro.
Yeah.
We know that, bro. We all know it.
facts.
Let's call a spade, innit? Yeah. But there was no who was going to replace him?
Bro, Calvert was sitting on the bench. The thing about Calvert was that he even had reporters bantering him saying, why did you go, bro? Even in the middle of the tournament, reporters saying, you know you came to sit on the bench, innit? And he was like, well, do you pick the team? Like, obviously. Yeah, he knew he came to sit on the bench. Harry could have had one leg and he would have started them games. So,
Ivan's doing more than Calvert.
but now, I'm just saying, now you got, Calvert ain't done much this season anyway. But still, in the pool, you got him there. You got Ings. You got Watkins. You got
For me,
what's his
there's
name?
only three.
What's his name? Newcastle. Always injured. Quality though.
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. Never really had a proper chance.
he can't.
We need to see if Wilson can even cut it at that level because he's never had a chance. I'm not
He
saying
did.
he even
He
will.
got a chance.
It's
He
about
played
staying
well.
fit as
he
well,
got pulled
though,
up to a squad. He played well. Then he got injured again. It's just
What was that,
injuries.
friendly?
Yeah,
I don't even
he
remember
played
that.
well. He might have even got a goal. Don't quote me.
He's
But
on
he
a
played
Kieran
well.
Dyer thing.
And
But that's the
Southgate
pool.
likes him.
Even 36, 7-year-old Vardy, like that's the pool. So out of that pool,
No. For
is
me,
Toney ahead of that?
For me, there's three strikers.
Go on.
In England.
Tell me your three.
That there's two out and out. Like obviously there's Kane, then there's Tammy. After that, there's Tony is the only one, but he's untested. So Tony needs to test.
Okay, now you're having Toney over everyone I just listed, even Ings.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I think man, I'm being a little bit disrespectful on Ings, you know. He's
disrespectful.
not so pretty on the eye, but
Not disrespectful, but he's another one he's like a Wilson. But I don't even think he's as good as Wilson. But he's like a Wilson in terms of they're not consistent. They're too injury prone. They're not reliable.
that's a fair point.
They're not
But
reliable.
Ings was already at Liverpool.
And it's not like it's
Yeah, I can't say Wilson's better than Ings though. I can't agree with that.
Me personally, I'd take Wilson over Ings. I feel like
Wilson's
if
cool.
Wilson was more
I rate
consistent
Wilson.
injury, if he was less injury prone, Wilson will be at a top of the table team, that top 8 club.
I don't, like you said, Ings already had a Liverpool spot, it didn't work out, but the fact that he even went there, but I don't think Ings is a finisher.
But
He reminds me of like
Liverpool
National,
were grabbing
like
some
bangs.
Liverpool were
Bangs.
grabbing a few moody strikers back then though.
Yeah, they
They
See,
were
on
grabbing
that-
them
on
Paul,
that- just to swing it
Lamberts
back,
and all them man there.
Yeah, Benteke, the whole lot.
On the Ivan Toney thing, yeah, I'd say last summer, we was linked to 3 the man that you listed: Watkins, Toney, and Calvert.
All talented, bro.
If you ask me
All
now,
talented.
who I would pick, there's only one out of the 3 that I would say, yeah.
And
I would take him.
at that time, he would have been last on that same list, though. Probably.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's not even that. Yeah, it was. I didn't want us to sign Calvert. Yeah.
You don't rate Calvert, I hear that.
I don't think he had the minerals to play for Arsenal.
At one
still.
point, it's called him Lewandowski. People call him Lewandowski.
There was a month or two, yeah, where Calvert was on fire, bro. In
That's
the
what they
air,
called him, Calvert
cutbacks,
Lewandowski.
holding the ball up.
No, we're
Like
not
he had
doing
everything in his game for a couple of months.
I
I don't know
rate
if he got
Calvert,
distracted by the
rate
fame.
him.
And
He was
he
linked
went-
with United, like 50 mil.
so
Like,
maybe
I rate him, but
his head went.
But
Fashion week, innit?
for me,
Or
with
he's gonna
Calvert,
benefit.
I've
Got into the
always
fashion
known,
and that, yeah.
Yeah, on
I've
the
always
veteran
known
thing.
tournament football. Yeah, you need clinical strikers because it's short, like, and you don't get a lot of time to.
You
affect
might
the
get one
game.
chance in that game.
Yes,
Facts.
so I always thought with Calvert, if he comes, it's only if he makes a squad, it's only for like last 10 minutes we're losing, get him up front with Kane and just kind of go route one or get crosses in. Apart from that, tournament he's not good for tournament football because he's not clinical enough. He's not an out and out striker. He started centre mid. Like he's not an out and out striker. If you watch him finishing, he scores more with his head. He's not clinical enough for me. With Toney, he's the closest thing to Kane we got in terms of an all-round striker. He can do everything Kane can do in terms of back to goal. He can bring midfielders in. He could drop in. He drops in. You've seen the passes he plays. Like he's an all-round ball in that turn presence. If you out and out striker, Tammy has to be there because he's doing it at a high level and he bags goals. He's a horrible player to watch. I
don't
like
care that
watching-
time he's not in England because that's a thing.
No,
Gareth
but
will be
he's
like,
not in
"Nah."
England, but he's playing at a higher level. He's playing at a club that is the focus is trophies, it's more higher pressure, and he's played at a high level throughout his career. Rome is in the Champions League, like he's playing European football, so he has to be there, and he bags.
A good shout.
And the fact that he's gone to another league out of the country and bagged, he's the main man. That gives him
something
that
about him.
extra. He's experienced in European
Got a
football.
good head on his shoulders. Yeah, I know you're supposed to take 4. I'll take Kane. I'll take Tammy. And I'll take Ings. And I wouldn't take a 4th. I'll just take an extra.
You take Ings
I'll
over
take
Toney?
I take an extra winger.
You take Ings over Toney?
Yeah, I wouldn't even take Toney yet. No, that's just me.
For real?
And I'll take an extra winger because Sancho looks a bit better than
Yeah,
him.
no,
So
what
I'll
What
probably
did you
end up
say,
taking
though?
Sancho.
Like what Just said, yeah. In terms of, Gareth has got a set way he wants to play.
I think
whatever.
Tammy can do the Tony job. They're similar. They're
But I
both
don't think
lanky and
Tammy
strong.
could- I see more of Kane
And
than
quick.
Tony
Size,
than
they're not
Tammy
similar.
still. I see Tony doing that Kane job every week.
Yeah, he's
does that.
He's very similar
That's
to
what-
Kane.
that's the
We
job
got
that
Kane
he
already
does.
though.
Penalties,
And Bremo was
everything.
there.
Yeah, we got Kane already, innit?
Yeah.
Kane started.
Do that for England though.
You see what it is now, yeah? Tammy would be. I would only take 3. I don't. Gareth
That's
won't
what I'm
take
saying, I'll
4
take
because
3.
he only plays 1 up.
Kane
And
will
We've got so
sometimes,
many wingers, bro. I'll just take extra winger.
yeah, and Gareth won't even take 4. But sometimes to Gareth's detriment, there's times if you're losing a game, put 2 up. You don't always have to be 1 either or. Put 2 up. You're losing, bro. And this is why I say he's too conservative, bro. You're losing a game. You still got a double pivot. You still got 1 up front. Like,
It's just
come
Gareth,
on.
innit?
But in terms of the strikers.
Does Antonio
Tam-
deserve a mention? I'm not saying I'll pick
No,
him. I'm just saying
no.
who deserves a mention. He don't.
No, he got
had
a
his
tool up
chances.
his
No,
lower.
but he don't deserve a mention now.
He should have played for Jamaica, bro.
Yeah, he does.
He does play for Jamaica.
Yeah, man, he
I'm
should
saying,
stay
would he
there,
not? Would he not make it into England team?
No.
Man said he should play for Jamaica. Remember that goal he scored the other day?
Yeah, man,
About
he should
50
stay
yards.
there.
No, Jamaica are
That's
grabbing
him.
a lot of UK ball.
Yeah, man.
man.
And Ghana's trying it as well. Ghana's
Hey, that
scooping
brings on to the next point. Yeah,
goals as well.
Wolf played for under 21s, 18s, whatever,
Yeah.
and then he went Ivory.
Yeah. So did
How is it that we've driven these quality players
David Moyes blackballed him, man.
to join Ivory Coast, bro?
Southgate.
Wolf coming off the left in this England team, would he start?
Southgate. Bro.
No, would he start?
100%.
100%.
Would have started years ago.
I'd have Wolf over Rashford on the left.
It's been so long though.
I'd have him over Grealish on the left.
It's not even Southgate's fault though, because it's been so long.
No,
but
that
I mean,
one was Southgate though.
what drove him to do that,
The
though?
Wolf thing was Southgate.
Why? Under 21's manager.
No. When Southgate become the England manager, he spoke to him like,
And he said,
because he's saying, you know what I'm on, like he spoke to him and said basically, look, like I've got a decision to make. You get me, man? Like Didier is telling me, yo, come, you get me, Ivory Coast, boom, boom, and Southgate said like basically, look, like I can't promise you. No reassurance. It's like, you know what, go on.
Does he regret that now?
Face don't fit.
When he see not Gareth.
No.
When he see man in the
I
semi-finals,
don't think he regrets it.
and he
I
see
know
man in the
how Will
finals,
thinks.
does he regret that at all?
No, I know how Will thinks. You see, Wilf, he don't regret that. You know what Wilf does? Out and out Premiership, yeah. He bags. He does a madness. Every game you watch Will play, he looks like he's trying to prove a point to say, look, are you lot? That's why he gets so vexed.
Is that England or is that Man United?
That's
Or is that
everything.
everything?
That's both, you know.
everybody.
He takes things personal, like you see it on the pitch the way he reacts and that. But you know who else Southgate didn't reassure and missed out on? Musiala. I'm badding it up in Germany right now, Bayern Munich. Southgate didn't
paid
give
no
him
mind. Or like
bro,
you said, the reassurance.
Yeah, bro, you're doing this.
Not even a guarantee, but yeah, like
Do the
we
clock
can
thing,
work
man. Put
something.
your arm
Yeah.
around him and say, listen, boom, boom, boom.
Do what you do, and we'll see what
We're
happens.
watching
Yeah.
you to keep going. Like, I believe in you. Like, just give him a little.
Plus, he's probably watching and seeing Gareth just playing mount in the 10.
Now
And got Foden and then man there on the bench around. Like, bro, Musiala is saying, bro,
Yeah, I didn't want this. Yeah, you're
a
probably
man
right.
rave about Bellingham. Musiala making Bellingham look like a boy in Germany right now. Cause although he's in a better team, but still, like levels wise, Musiala's moving mad.
Better than making it on the plane, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got to. Certain man have to go, man.
Yeah, has to.
Does he start though?
I would, but I don't think Gareth.
He starts, but not. See, me, I would use Bellingham against certain teams.
And where you playing him as a holder?
Box to box.
Box to
I
box.
wouldn't play a double pivot. I'll play Rice
Rice Bellingham.
as Bellingham as box to box, and I'll have
One-
Foden as
Wando,
my Foden in there with them. That'll be my three.
For
But
me-
against certain teams,
No Calvin Phillips.
Phillips has to sit down for Bellingham. What do you mean?
No, Calvin Phillips.
He's got to sit down for Bellingham, rude boy. He's got to sit.
It wasn't even a question. Just said no.
He's not even. He's
It's
not
not
even
even for Bellingham. He's holding bench
Phillips
for
ain't fit
Rice.
anyway, so it's hypothetical.
He's holding bench for Rice because I wouldn't play the double pivot. I don't need two holders there. Like, do you know how much good
What if you're
box
playing?
to box?
What if you're playing France?
If I'm playing France, I still wouldn't play Philly. I still wouldn't play the double pivot. But see, if I'm playing France and teams like that, that's when. Remember, I said Bellingham. I wouldn't play him every game. I have man like Bellingham in them games because Bellingham. It's hard to beat in one-on-one. Them games, you have to be able to win your duels. France have got bare legs in midfield where they just dip a shoulder and when they start galloping, the man are gone. So you have to be able to like win them duels in midfield. And Rice and Bellingham, I'll be confident they can. Do you know what I mean? There's other games where I would drop Bellingham out and I'll bring in a more tidier man. Like I'll even bring in a Mount. You get me? I'll even bring in a man like that, but not
No,
in the
Henderson.
10. Foden's my 10. No, Hendo ain't even getting in my squad.
And they ain't making the squad no more.
No, Hendo ain't make. Bro, you see, box
This
to
is
box.
remember this is Gareth we're talking about.
I know, but you see, even Gareth ain't selected him recently. But you see, box to
What,
box,
tournament
yeah.
time?
No, but you see,
Need to be our captain.
no, Gareth has been selecting Gallagher over Hendo. You see, box to box in England right now. We've got some quality box to box. You got Bellingham, yeah. You got Gallagher. Man, ain't even talking about Ramsey at Aston Villa. You got
Ramsey's strong.
See, and these men are all similar.
These men are not.
See, their attributes are all similar. And
all
for
getting
me,
in, though.
me personally, I'll put Mount in that category because I don't see Mount as a 10. I see Mount as an 8 box to box. So I'm putting me personally, I'll put Mount
I see
in
Mount
that
more as a 10
category.
still, you know. The Mount debate will go on, but
Nah,
I see
he's a
Mount as
Fred.
just
Mount's a
dead.
Fred for me, positionally.
I'm the only one.
not
dead.
ability wise, but
see him.
positionally.
yeah. See, everyone sees Mount as something else.
But
Maybe
he's just
that's
a
the
normal.
problem.
He's
See
just
him, but
a
a box to
normal
box.
footballer.
Yeah.
Just to see him.
I don't even want him box the ball. I want him just AM. If that was me, innit? Like,
Nah,
everyone,
he's not. Look, Chelsea. What we say, Chelsea's problem.
Everyone sees him as
Who's
something
creating the
else.
chances
Yeah, they ain't
for
got that,
Oba. So if you can't play 10 and you're not creating the chances for
Nah,
Oba.
he ain't got it.
If you're a 10, we wouldn't be. If Mount was a certified 10, we wouldn't be having that convo about Chelsea. Who's gonna create the chances for
If
Oba.
Mount was French,
Mount
we'd be
is
talking
good.
about him.
He's a good high pressing,
Even
high
if it was
intensity midfielder.
If your name was Mo, That's one more. What would we even be talking about, man? We wouldn't, bro.
See Southgate, he's so conservative, yeah. He plays Mount because of what he could do off the ball. He's good at tactically pressing and like he don't give the DM a minute of space. He's pressing. He's good at the triggers with. Oh, that's what you're picking our England number 10 based off of.
Mess, man.
Off of how good he presses and that. Bro, you're taking liberties, man. And you got Foden on the bench.
We've got a big one now. Where he's pouring his water.
Yeah, pour that sparkling, bro. Only Arsenal supporters drink sparkling water. It's a madness.
Proper thing, you get me? We got Harrogate.
Do you man think we're ready to see a female ref in the Prem?
She's better than the ref that
I was
was.
about to say that. If
VAR has been going so mad recently. Maybe the answer is a female referee. We've never tried it. Not a linesman, not a third or fourth assistant. What about a female ref?
Have they
would
even
the players
been...
A VAR ref or on the pitch?
No, on the pitch.
I was going to say
would
that.
The,
have they
would
even
the players
been put in the VAR?
Yeah, I would
would
try
the players
VAR first.
No, why? They don't deserve it.
What do you mean?
Let them ref a game. Would the players think twice about running up in man's face the way that they do, surrounding the ref, Aggie and the ref basically? Would they think twice about that if it was a female ref, or would it just be 10 red cards first game?
Nah, I think they do it even more.
Probably do it
They'll do it even more. You think man are gonna surround the female ref?
100%.
No way.
100%.
Bro.
If a man just been
No
clamped,
way. No way.
What if you just been clamped, yeah? And your ref.
And there's 10 big man round the ref.
Bro.
Like, are you mad?
It's the heat of the
And she's
battle,
like,
bro.
no.
It's the heat of the battle, bro.
Man would be, bro, I guarantee you now, yeah, 99.9% of Prem players would be way more respectful if it was.
You think so?
If there was a female.
Bro,
I don't think they would even
forgetting-
respect what they had to say.
Hey, hold
It's
on, wait.
not right.
Hey, Judge, hold on. You're forgetting half the Premier League are on our charges right now. They don't respect Bro, they don't respect women, bro.
Justco's views are his own.
Bro, it's
Not the
a
opinion
view,
of
it's a
your
fact.
Fresh TV Sports.
It's a fact, bro.
They
Like,
wouldn't
every time
rate
you
it.
open a newspaper, another player's been... Bro, like, they don't respect women. And you know what it is, yeah?
No, but this is like broadcast to millions around the world. But are you really gonna go and surround
In
the
the
ref
heat of the moment.
and everyone's
bro,
watching?
bro.
That heat of the moment should last 1-2 seconds, then, innit? And then
Yeah, but-
the captain's gonna check in and say, "Bro, what are you doing?" And you're like, "Oh, it's not
What
right."
happened to the female Lino? What's her name?
Female liners have been there,
Sean Macy or something.
yeah, and they've been effective. They've been effective. Like they ain't got all the calls wrong.
Let her stick her, or we need to get some more female.
You want to see
refs.
Sean Massey as the first ref,
Nah, I want to see them on VAR.
bro?
At
They
first.
run the line. That's harder than VAR, bro. They
No,
run the
but
actual
you know what
line,
it is, yeah?
not
I
looking
know
at a
what-
computer.
So
if they can run the line, they can
I
ref
was
the
reading,
game.
yeah. I tell you the reason why I say this, yeah, and it's wrong. I shouldn't really make generalizations, yeah. So let me just put that out there from
Pay
now.
attention to
yeah.
detail.
But do you see what I'm saying? But it's even with the refs now, yeah. I saw that the ref at Old Trafford, like see for instance Odegaard against Ericsson.
Oh, the foul.
Was it a foul? Was it not a foul? Is it not a foul? Yeah. But it's like referee said play on. But then VAR saying, no, actually I think you should look at it.
Yeah.
Like if the referee was right there and said play on, you get me?
So what's the difference if it was a woman?
Would she feel like she has to, she's going to be in a stadium with 60,000 man looking at her saying, fucking hell, ref. Are you going to feel empowered to say, okay, I'm actually going to stick with my decision, or are you going to go with whatever VAR says?
Yeah, bro.
Because this weekend,
the refs we got
this
now,
weekend,
a lot of
he
them are
bottled it,
weak-minded,
bro. He
bro.
bottled
And
it
these
this
are men.
weekend.
So if they're weak-minded,
Like, it's hard enough
if
for
they
him,
can't
he
do the job
bottled it,
properly,
bro.
then-
So I wouldn't want them to be under that pressure where they feel like, bro, what do I do?
no, but a woman might handle that better, bro. Because these
Maybe.
refs are showing now that they can't handle that
No, it's
already.
true. It's true.
Oh, possibly.
Like,
It's true. It's
Sean
that's
Massey
true.
ran the line, and as far as I know, she done well running the line. Like she
That
didn't
would
make,
be
she
the
didn't make
best
no
part.
But you know
crazy
what's mad? I'll tell you
howlers.
what's mad. However many, how many other linos do you know their name?
I don't.
Why do we know this woman's name? It's just,
Because she was the first, so I guess she was a trend.
see
I
what
think
I'm
she might not
saying?
be the
But it's
first.
like-
Don't quote
She was,
me.
no, she was.
But
It was
so
such a
obviously
big
it
thing
was a
made out of
trendsetter.
her just being a lino that
But-
we know her name, bro.
My
Don't
thing
know
is,
no
if
other
they
lino.
if they made a female, because obviously there's female refs at certain levels, but if they made a female ref a Premier League game, you don't have to be City, United, or Arsenal, Chelsea. It could be Bournemouth, Brighton, or whatever. I think man are going to be way more respectful.
I wouldn't be against-
naturally in terms of surrounding her and calling it. Think of the names that they call a ref after every decision. Even if they know it's a right decision, they're
It's
calling the ref
equal
everything.
opportunities though. So if you
It is
call a
equal
man,
opportunities, but that's where the dynamic of society comes in and how you treat men and how you treat women. In general, are you going to run up to a woman that's around her and there's 10 of you?
Do you know what?
Or are you going to feel like, bro, this is a bit mad, you know?
If
That's why I
she-
think
if
it would be
if she
different.
made the wrong call, she'll still get the referees a wanker. But that's what would happen.
Now you're talking about the crowd. You can't control the
Yeah,
crowd.
but it will be the
But-
same.
But you don't think the players on the pitch, their behaviour will be altered if it was a female ref?
I don't think so, man. I think,
Just
in
what
the
do you
heat,
think?
I think in the heat of the battle, bruv, man's gonna say fuck, and he's whether it's a
But you
man
just
ref,
done
woman
it. So,
ref.
but he just checked himself though halfway through.
No,
He didn't
I
run up
checked
to the
myself
ref and
because
put his
it
chest in
was
his face.
Too X-rated, bro. But
I think it'll be worse.
What do you think, John?
because
You
I
think it'll be
it'll
worse? She'll get more abuse.
Yeah,
You think John Terry's gonna take bad up from a woman?
I think it might be. I think it might
Not
be
on camera,
censored.
bro.
I feel like it might be censored initially, like at first, but after a while, like it'll be worse.
You think the
Because
female
I feel
ref will
like-
get more abuse?
I feel like the if you're talking like from the management, the staff and management and that, they're from a different time where they're not used to being told what to do by a woman. So they're gonna give her grief. If you're talking about
But
the
it's
ballers on the
2022,
pitch,
they're gonna have to adapt.
if you're
to it,
talking
bro.
about the ballers on the pitch, yeah, bro, when man go out uptown and that, first time I see these academy youths out in the clubs, tape and all that, like Libertine and that, bro, like they've grown up where like footballers are the new, like young footballers are the new, like the thing what the girls, every girl wants is a footballer. Like they're not really growing up to respect women, like they're just growing up where
Yeah,
women
but
are
you
just,
can't say. I hear you. I
it's
hear
just
you.
the
But you can't say
idealism
to a
in their
you
head.
can't
I
say
think
to a
of it this
female
way,
ref because these youths are growing up not respecting women.
No,
You can't
what
ref
I'm
a
saying
game.
is, what I'm
She
saying
ain't gonna
is,
go for
yeah,
that one, bro.
What I'm saying is, yeah, you've got two ends of the scale. So you've got the older, like the staff and like the older men who have grown up not used to take with women not ever being in the positions of power.
Yeah, I've
So
never
they
played
don't
with
know
a- I've
about-
never played with a
So
woman
they don't
ref,
know
bro.
about
It would
like,
be mad to me
like
as well,
back in
but-
the day, like grassroots football. If a female ref makes half a wrong decision, everyone's gonna be on her. Like, if and it's the other end of the spectrum now, where the young players like they get given so much so early that they're not grown up to learn how to respect women. Hence why they get into so much scrapes with the law about it, bro.
Yeah, but that, no, I hear you, but that's not like the female refs them problem.
What about the
They're
even-
just
It's
trying to
not,
do
but
their
it's
What
still
about
a
the
woman.
commentators?
It's still a
Even
woman.
they got pressure. And you got
what I'm
professional
Yeah,
footballers.
that's what I'm saying.
You got
It's
professional
even though
women's
it's a good
footballers
point
that's
that he
won
makes.
stuff in the game, and people are still questioning their word on football, bro. So what about the ref? What about the ref that's never played football and never won nothing? Like, am I gonna listen to
And
them?
I don't agree with that because I feel like if there's ever a time to introduce a female ref, it's now, because the level of reffing has been so dead.
It's on its face,
So
bro.
if there's ever, and the way the game's changed, where it's like it's not like so much based off of like what you said, off of what you see. It's based off of more details. So like with VAR, you gotta go watch the thing and proper zoom into details. The way the game is being played now and ref now, should I say, is more kind of it'll be if there's ever a time there's gonna be a female ref of a man's game, it should be now, because like moments like that where you're talking about the pressure and that, like, but like there's things where like paying attention to detail and that, like the little small things, I feel like a female ref would probably be better at that.
I think that's a good.
Bro, there's the female ref here can do anything male ref can do, bro.
Yeah,
Referee ain't rocket science.
You wanna put
Once
that
you
in
know
the
the
middle.
rules of the game, then you know the rules of the game.
But
My
the
thing
thing
is
is,
the level of abuse that she's gonna get, especially from the fans and social media, is gonna be more. But the level of abuse she's gonna get from the players should be less, because they're the ones in front of her.
Should be
on
I'm saying
camera.
Should be, but fundamentally, bro, listen. When you got 3 points at stake in the Premier League, bro, we're not talking about grassroots, bro. We're talking about the Premier League, fam. Doesn't matter who the ref is, bro, or what she looks like, or what he looks like. It's the referee. That's all that matters, bro. That's the bottom. I lie. It's the referee.
But
innit?
no, but when you put it to that extent, that should be right, because the ref, you're supposed to respect the ref.
Yeah,
And you're,
but she's gonna get the same disrespect that
yeah,
the man,
so
that
because
the man gets.
we're not putting the female ref on the pedestal. It's female ref should be the same as the male ref.
but
So
you're
yeah, they
saying
should
she
get that
should get
same.
treated better.
No, I'm saying I think she would get treated better.
Okay.
I'm saying equal opportunities, rare tear. Yeah, if you're gonna abuse the male ref or call him a wanker, whatever you're gonna do, then technically you should say the same thing to the female ref. And the female ref might say, "Don't treat me differently. I didn't come here for no special treatment." But then it comes down to, well, then you shouldn't be calling the ref a wanker in the first place. But why didn't you care when it was a male ref? Now it's a woman ref, it looks worse. So I think their behaviour would change. I'm not saying it should change. No, it probably should change. You shouldn't be shouting at women like that. But I'm not saying it should change in terms of the rules of the ref. But I reckon naturally it would, because men are going to think twice about screaming in a woman's face. That's what I think.
Just gave a good example earlier of Fernandes, for example, and the passion. Yeah, and I think that passion is not going to change depending on whether the refs are man or woman. That's how I see it.
It's an interesting point. We'll have to see if it ever happens. But do you reckon it will ever happen?
I reckon. I don't think there's anything stopping it. Like, why not? If we've got a female lino, then there should be.
What you said about the pundits is telling, because the amount of abuse and the amount of debate that goes on about female pundits is mental. And like you said, some of them have won a lot of stuff.
Yeah, bro. One thing's in the game, bro. And man still question their word and what they think about football.
So we have a long way to go. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, I say that, but that's with everything in
We're
life,
making
though.
inroads. We're making inroads.
I would love just to see the dynamic of, even if it was a one game, I would love to see the dynamic of a female ref in the Prem.
That semi-automatic offsides at the World Cup. Have you not seen that?
Starting in the
Champions League, not World Cup. Do you not see that?
What do you mean?
See what I'm saying? There's got some sensor thing in the football, where it can just pick up with
semi-automatic offside decision.
It's crazy.
We're gonna research that one, and it will be in a segment next week
that tells him if it was offside or not.
Bro,
we're gonna research that, bro.
There's gonna be chips in the play.
Chips in the ball. The chip in the ball.
There has to be a chip in the play to determine.
We'll bring that segment next week. We'll bring that segment next week.
Basically, football's electronic now.
No. We need to do the deep dive, and we'll cover it next week.
You know what it is? It's one less decision for VAR to make, isn't it?
Anything without a VAR, I wish VAR would actually just go, but it's never really gonna happen. We've come so far; they're never gonna follow their.
But it's not VAR that's the problem, bro. It's the people that it's the people that patrol it.
They shouldn't be able to do that because VAR doesn't even exist.
It's like when they say that saying, like, guns don't kill people. People do.
Yeah, but we invented the VAR for no reason, bro. Because if that's not there, they can't get it wrong. Innit? They either put their flag up or they don't. As soon as the ball hits the net, man celebrate, crowd goes wild, you do your backflips, whatever. That's one of the biggest parts of football is that,
They've been
bro.
doing it for years, though. Like things like NFL, rugby, like they've been using that for years, but they've got it down to a T where it don't mess up the game.
You don't follow NFL. I don't follow NFL, yeah. But man, no, NFL games they don't even go on for 90 minutes. It could be like 90 minutes. It could be 2 hours. They go on till it finishes, bro. There's a madness with that. Yeah, they stop every 2 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. It's not the same game. When a man score a touchdown, it's not like a man just bagged the goal at Anfield and the whole thing goes crazy. Like, it's not the same, bro. Goals are the most important thing in footy, bro. Yeah, exactly. So if you can't celebrate your goal, and it happened to me the other day, bro. When Haaland scored a hat trick, yeah, when he was losing 2-0 and then scored the 1-4-2, but the 3-2 goal. I was about to go, I had to check myself, but I said, you know what? There was 2 men there that could have been offside. Let me just get the confirmation that I can celebrate, bro.
The Richarlison thing was
Richarlison showed his whole naked body, bro, and got booked for nothing.
But that ruins it, though. Man have to be able to celebrate, bro. The fans have to be able to. The crowd. Imagine you put a bet on, bro. It doesn't matter what aspect you look at it from. Once the ball hits the net and the flag ain't gone out, bro, it has to be a goal, bro. We've done too much now. We've done too much, man. Bringing it back, doing this. The Chelsea goal, sorry. Like Chelsea struggled. Like obviously West Ham should have got a point for that. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
goal line technology was enough.
Goal line technology was good. I agree, but we should have cut our losses there 100%, bro.
I just think that they just need to stick to that they say it's for clear and obvious, isn't it? So if the referee says play on. Why are you going back? If the referee don't see it,
but even that, you can't even stick to that because
if the referee says play on,
it's still whose interpretation of clear and obvious.
It should be the ref.
It's still.
What was the game the other day where they allowed the game to continue? Was it Chelsea Tottenham where they allowed the game to continue?
But then they pulled it back.
No, the goal was scored, but then they would have pulled it back for VAR beforehand.
But that's what they're supposed to do. I see a game. Who played? Whose game was it? Where and they banged it. It might have been City game, you know. And they banged it. It went in off the bar. But the players kind of stopped because the line put up his flag. But they said, hold on.
Bro, the breader was onside.
Yes.
But the ref put up the flag early.
And the ref blew the whistle.
Because once the flag was up.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put the flag up after.
That late flag thing makes no sense. Because that's a good example you just gave, yeah? That City goal, yeah, that we should have conceded, yeah? That will happen once in a blue moon, bro, yeah? All the other times, they leave the flag down. Man runs through. They're playing for like 20 minutes, bro. Man's cutting him, and scoring. And then man's going, so all that tension, am I going to score? None of it even mattered, bro. You're just wasting time, bro. What you said, yeah? If the ref says let it go, let it go. So what existed before VAR? That's what existed. If the ref says let it go, there's one ref, bro. And Lionel might flag him. He could even tell Lionel, nah, man, be quiet. Or he can say, all right, cool. That's it, bro. VAR is for if a man headbutts you and the ref missed it. That's it, bro. There's nothing else we need VAR for, bro. If a ref can't run a game, Sunday League refs run the game with no VAR, bro. Yeah, the game still continues. People get bumped. People get lucky, people get unlucky. That's been happening since football existed. You're never going to get rid of someone getting bumped, and you're never going to get rid of luck and bad. So let's just play the game, innit?
Bro. Now that, listen, goal line technology and that's it. Leave the headbutts and that. But that adds to it, you know, like them sneaky little things that used to happen.
That's why I disagree with you, innit? Because Zidane, probably the greatest headbutt of all time. And he still got sent off, bro. It don't matter if you get sent off.
Bagged. If you get bagged, you get bagged. But there was enough little cheeky things Duncan Ferguson used to do, bro. Let that slide. Just goal line technology and done. We just want to know if it's a goal or not. Apart from that, everything in between.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What you call. If the line all sees it, if you see it, you got.
I ain't really seen no problems with Hawkeye. When the ball goes over the line,
there's never been an issue.
That's not a debate. Man should know whether it's a goal. But everything else where it's the ref's discretion, there's no need for VAR, because what's the point of discretion if you're going to have VAR? VAR is for black and white.
Facts.
That doesn't exist with discretion.
What about, wait, sorry, before we quickly move on, what about having a Manchester ref and a Manchester VAR ref for Manchester United versus Arsenal? Don't you think that's a bit mad?
I think it's mad. I've never understood the whole dynamic of all the refs in the Prem support Shrewsbury or someone that's not from someone that's not in the Prem. I've never believed that. Man in London support teams from up north. Man up north support anyone can support anyone, bro. I've never believed that all refs don't support a Prem team. We just happen to be all the top refs to support Luton and Bristol. Come on, bro.
The majority of them are from Greater Manchester.
Yeah, the majority of them. I saw the map of it today.
So they could support anyone, bro, in theory. There's bare teams around, man. They could support Bury before they went out of business. It doesn't matter. The point is, like, no ref is going to be 100% neutral. His brother could have put on a bet for 100 bags. His brother's uncle's cousin could have put. You're never going to trace him. He could have put on a bet for 200 bags. It's never going to be 100% clear. So just let them do their thing, bro.
Man, I just whining, blood. Whining.
That one there.
It's a foul, bro.
It's crazy.
It's a foul, cuz.
It's crazy. Anyway.
We don't think it was a foul.
It's time to play. Where did they finish? AKA the impossible game. No one's actually got one right yet. There was a lot of close shaves, but Waves, you're up.
Probably gonna ask you about Blackburn back in the 90s. Or something.
No, it's not that obscure today. The year is.
When man starts like that, you know, that sounds like some old fantasy film.
The season is 2006-2007.
Okay. Interesting.
The league is the Premier League. And the question is, I've got to give you something hard. It's an impossible game. Who finished in 12th place, just below mid-table? Who had an average 06-07 but managed to hang in there? I'll even give you their points tally. 46 points, 38 games.
You're going to give me goal difference as well, brother.
Goal difference, -5.
So that's got to be like...
I would need a rundown of who was in the league in that year.
That's all you're getting, bro. Your brain's got to work fast. 2006, 2007. If you're watching at home, who finished 12th in 2006, 2007? What was even going on there?
Bear Google right now. Bear Google.
What was going on in 06, 07? Who could have finished? Who could have
That's
finished
what I'm
12th?
I bet someone like Man City. Sean White Phillips and them days there.
It's pre-investment, so it could be Man City.
Them bony days.
They were in the Prem. They probably were
No, we're in the Prem. But it's pre-investment.
Weren't Michael Ball there them times?
All of that.
Alano, Petrov,
Richard Dunn.
Dani. Yeah, you're talking that. You get me?
Richard Dunn was a legend still. Sean Golter.
Myself, for real.
Benjani. You're talking them City there. Just pre-money. But the answer, I can give you one thing. The answer is not Man City. So I'm just giving you
I don't even
extra
know if they were
chance.
in the Prem at this time. I'm going to go for it anyway. Newcastle.
He's gone for Newcastle. The question was 2006-2007 Premier League season. Who finished 12th with 46 points? Newcastle, he's one out. Oh, he's done a step. Oh, he's one out. 3 points out, 1 out, 1 place out. Got to pass it over to the panel.
Huh? Nah, bro, it's supposed to be a next question.
No, you get your own one, but for a bonus point for a steal. Bear in mind, no one's ever got a 1 point in this game since its inception. Who could it be?
I'm upset.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Just to confirm, because I had a feeling. Crystal Palace weren't even in the Prem in that league, I'm afraid. He's way out. He's over 30 places out. Drives. I've got to pass it over to you. Who came 12th? 46 points. Do you want me to tell you how many wins they got?
This ain't gonna make no difference.
Bro, they got 12 wins.
Decent.
12 wins.
They got no draws.
Still had a -5 goal difference. Prem's a tough league.
06-07 and they finished there.
Could it be your mighty Arsenal?
Never that. We were still in the top 4 around them days.
I think that them years there was when Chelsea started turning up, buying mad players. And
That's right.
Crespo.
Chelsea started turning up from like 03, but I hear you. It's still part of the same run.
That's when the Robins and Crespos and everything.
06-07.
Guys, you ain't gonna get it. Just say it.
Josko don't believe in Drives. You told him he's not going to get it. Just give up. Drives is trying his hardest. Waves have stumbled. Josko stumbled. Josko took us to the championship.
And you said it's not City.
I gave them one clue. I said it's not Manchester City.
Alright, Fulham.
Fulham came 16th. It was a good effort. Fulham finished on 39 points. Not a bad effort. Cameraman.
I've googled it already.
He's cheated. Put you out your misery. Middlesbrough.
I knew.
I thought of them as well.
They all say that.
I ain't gonna
They
lie.
always
I
say
thought
that.
of them.
Brother, I was
I
gonna say
thought
that.
They ran through
Mums
my
was
mind.
gonna
I just
say
thought,
that.
who's in the
But
Premiership?
if you had
I
a penny
didn't
for your
think that they were
thoughts,
in
innit?
it.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, but nah.
38 games. Middlesbrough won 12, lost 16, drew 10. Mid-table. Decent finish for Middlesbrough.
Not a bad finish at all.
Decent finish for Middlesbrough. Josko. Man's going to take it out of the box for Josko. We're only going back 5 or so years. It's the season 2016-2017.
Jeez, this is the most recent one we've ever had. Yeah, the pressure.
That's how you know the question's gonna be.
It's gonna be
fucked.
techie. It's gonna be techie.
And we're in La Liga. The question is... who finished 4th in the 2016-2017 La Liga season? We're only going back 5 or so years.
I've got 2 names come straight to my head, you know. I've got 2 names.
If Josko can't get it, it will go round. There'll be points at stake.
What year is this?
16-17. Who came 4th in La Liga? I'll even give you a clue. It is the impossible game. We give clues. 8 losses that year. Only 8.
I've got 2 names come to my head, you know. This needs to keep going around until we get it. I'll go Atletico Bilbao.
He's gone for Atletico Bilbao. Atletico Bilbao.
And the Herrera's old team. They only pick players from their town.
He's trying to see where Atletico Bilbao finished that year. And he's done it again. They're not even in the league, mate.
Oh, what?
They were in the first division.
Yeah, because didn't you have Herrera them times?
I'm afraid I've got to pass it over.
Yeah,
Drives. It's an impossible game. It's called impossible game for a reason. Who came 4th
Malaga.
in 16-17? He's gone for Malaga. I feel like I feel like he threw it out there.
Drives went on holiday. Hey, Drives went on holiday. That's a Malaga.
When they had the purple kit and
He went there on an all-inclusive and it just came in his head. Malaga came 11th, mid-table. Decent performance. Not top 4 though. You've really overestimated them that year, Malaga. Couldn't tell you last time they did come top 4.
I've got 2 teams in my mind. Like, I
Waves.
thought you were going to say one of them.
This is going back round if you don't get it.
Waves has not been smart enough to pre my phone when I've had it all bait like this.
I ain't.
Then he won't get it either. So the answer,
Sevilla.
he's pre my phone.
I swear down! No, I swear! Oh. I Sevilla or Valencia. Sevilla, yeah? Well, I've got a point.
If Waves If Waves never,
That was
what
my
we'll
next
have to do, we'll run the camera back. We'll make sure Waves never preed. If Waves never preed, then he's the first person to get a point
Come on.
on the impossible game.
Come on.
But we'll have to double check that just to verify.
Listen.
But it was severe. Spot on.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm you, man.
That's impressive. Drives.
What ain't we done?
Drives gets a chance to redeem himself. Even though he's not really had a question yet. We passed them all around. The year is 2010-2011. Big Premier League season. Man City climbing. And the question is, Drives, who came 8th? Who came 8th?
What year?
2010-2011 Premier League season. Who finished in 8th place? I'll even give you a clue. 49 points. That's a low total for 8th, to be fair.
8th, 2000.
We had Middlesbrough finishing 12th on 49 a few years back before that. So
40 points used to be needed to avoid
this weren't a great season for
Liverpool
points.
That was my shout.
You've gone for Liverpool.
That was my
That's
shout.
who I was going for.
You said Liverpool were 8th.
That was my shout still.
Liverpool fans will know that they were 6th that year. But it wasn't a bad shout.
What they need to understand is that Klopp's only won one.
That's
yeah,
facts.
Yeah, that's
Just who finished 8th in the Premier League season 10-11?
fun to me.
It's gone round. Drives has got it wrong. It's gone round. 11 wins, 16 draws, and 11 losses. Who was it? It's a tricky one, you see. 8th place. Was it someone good? Was it somebody that overachieved? Was it somebody that underachieved? I thought it was Liverpool. Bit harsh, but
That's what they was on them days. 8-ball Kenny, innit?
I mean, they got top 6. They got top 6.
Kestrel Kenny.
Yeah, it was them times. They got top 6. Might have been a bit pre-Kenny, but just go. You're biding time. Biding for time. What's the answer?
Come on, bro. Fling it out there.
Bro, this is terrible, man.
Bro, it was only 10-11, bro. It's 11 years ago. Who came 8th? We all remember who came 8th. We all remember who come 8th in 10-11, bro. It was a big year.
Man City.
Man City. He's on bans. He's on bans.
Chelsea.
Bro, I just saw we were mashing them times, bro. We won the league next year. I think we went from 10th to 1st. 8th to 1st. No, we came third. Not Qatar, but we came third, yeah. Abu Dhabi. Right. If Waves hasn't been smart enough to pre my phone again, I'm slipping.
Going Everton.
Nah, he's one out. That was a great guess. Waves is the best at this game. He's got some methodical way of remembering what was going
Next to
on.
the guy with the phone, innit? Next week, man swap seats and we'll see who
Man
wins.
comes in with a he comes in with a laptop as well.
Yeah, man comes together.
Comes in with a laptop. Does some market research.
Helps man with the questions during the week.
No, the answers.
Chelsea.
Nah, we're going to send this one round till someone gets it. You said Everton?
Yeah, I said Everton.
Wrong, they came 7th. Who is it, Drives? Chelsea.
Yeah.
2010.
Villa.
Chelsea were doing better than that, bro. Chelsea came 2nd.
Villa.
Yeah.
Villa came 9th, bro. You're 1 out. He's going to go around one more time. If you're not going to get it now, Waves.
I feel like I might call a team that wasn't even in the Prem, but Newcastle.
Newcastle came 12th.
Oh,
So what year are we in now? 2010.
10, 11.
You man got one more goal. Who came 8th? Could it be from
Swansea.
You know what Swansea is?
He's gone all the way out of England
Swansea.
and he's landed in Wales
He's always mentioning
Where were they?
Swansea.
and he did all of that to go to the Championship. Swansea were not in the Premier League. Just, this is your last chance. Who came 8th?
So Villa was 9. So 8.
Who came 8th, brother? Could have been Arsenal.
Never, fam. 2012, 8th anyway. Come on.
That's it anyway.
Spurs.
It's an impossible game. They'll just keep naming teams that are incorrect, like Spurs.
Just called it.
Spurs. You know where Spurs came? Top 5. They wouldn't have settled for 8th in 2010. That was Harry and Van der Vaart and them, man. Pienaar. Modric. Who else? Crankyard.
Put us out
No,
our
that was
misery, bro.
Portsmouth, innit? Go on.
Put us out our
No,
misery,
you got
bro.
one more chance.
One more, yeah?
Here's your last chance.
West Ham.
This is why it's called the impossible game, bro. Because you've had about 9 goals. There's only 20 teams in the Prem. West Ham came bottom of the league, rock bottom. They were relegated.
That's when Defoe cut. Was that when Defoe cut?
Just, you got one more chance. I know he's banning him. Okay, one more chance to take this. Who came 8th in 2010-11? The year before. Aguero! The year before. Who came 8th? He's thinking hard. This is why I love this game, you know, because there's just no answers.
Hey, Waves, you got this, man. Waves, you got this.
I think he's thrown the towel in. I think Jasko has thrown the
I
white
don't think
flag.
my team's in the Prem. Southampton.
As man said, Everton already.
Yeah.
You just had 2 illegal goals and they're both wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who was it?
Bro, you said it earlier, bro. Fulham. Who said Fulham for another question?
I did.
He was already in the air.
Fulham finished 8th.
Fulham finished 8th. Now you're thinking of them as a relegation team, innit?
Great.
How did
season.
Fulham
I don't
finish
even think it was in the
8th?
Premier
Fulham had
League.
a great season.
I don't think it was in the Premier League.
Bro, there's Fulham fans watching now. Like,
He was there
disgusting.
before that. Yeah, he was there before
What a
that.
big season for Fulham, and you man didn't
Harris
even
must have
remember.
had a good year that year. Man
Put
just
Scott Parker
started
to
firing
fuck
up
it
the
all
place. What's that when Dempsey and them man was there?
Yeah, must have been.
Could have been an Andy Johnson. Then you see the shirt up there.
Oh yeah. For
We
real.
are in the one and only Selhurst Park. Andy Johnson on the wall. Ex Fulham. Could have been those times. Could have been. We will bring back the impossible game because people can't get it right, so it's entertaining. Did you enjoy that?
I loved it. But I got mine right.
Wave's the only person so far to get a question right on the impossible game. We'll bring it back. I'm going to wrap it now.
Next time that game starts.
No, we're going to bring it back just for just next time. You get me? Just for just.
Like homework, man.
Man, do your research, learn your Prem tables like your times tables, and then you'll be able to win. You'll be able to win the impossible game. Maybe even get 1 point, like Waves did. Go home happy.
Come on.
Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. Join us next week. Episode what? 6?
So 6.
Episode 6.
Sweet. Hopefully we'll have some Chelsea support.
Hopefully there'll be some Chelsea support here.
Couple man
I think it doesn't
able.
really matter either way, but we'll see you then. Peace.
Love.